Wes, I'm hearing a lot of radio chatter on Obscurus channels. What's this about a convoy?
Obscurus caught the monster and they're moving it by truck. I'm going after him.
Oh, come on! I'm in the middle of radio chatter. Why do you gotta tackle me?
I think Calder might be the monster's name.
That sounds like a man, not a monster. I'll look into it.
Oh man, it sounds fun and interesting over there.
Sounds like someone's attacking the convoy.
Zombies, maybe?
Or, you know, the thing they're transporting? I don't know. Anyway, welcome to Dead Rising 4. Welcome back to Dead Rising 4. New and improved, and in Chapter 3... It's not improved, but I will say Capcom Heroes does have a special surprise. And speaking of surprises, guess what finally works now?
The baseball bat?
Well, no, not exactly. I can now make the Holy Terror again!
Ah, okay.
Something about that transition from Chapter 2 to 3 all of a sudden made that item an actual tangible item.
Reset everything.
Alright, there's one thing I noticed. Since we've been going through, or at least I have, every time I record I do an entire chapter in just one big long take and then cut it to pieces. I've noticed that a lot of the weapons, specifically combo weapons, they don't have the punch they used to have.
That railgun, something called the Holy Terror, just seems to kind of...
Well, yeah, it hit that army guy, and it's like you whacked him in the back of the head with your hand.
Might as well hit him with the fake Mega Buster.
Shoot little tennis balls. Pew, pew. I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with the algorithm when it comes to damage. Or maybe everything has the same amount of damage hit points. I don't know what goes into programming that type of monstrosity. I bet it was an absolute nightmare in Dead Rising 1 and 2, and even 3 for that matter. But I just don't feel powerful anymore. I don't know, do you get that feeling?
You know, sometimes, but I came to a startling revelation yesterday.
What's that?
I was watching over that infamous Kroby Cat video of the Dead Rising 1 versus Dead Rising 4. Mm-hmm. You know, differences between the two games. And it hit me. Dead Rising 1 and 2 and 3 are sandbox games. This is not a sandbox game. It is an action game.
Oh my. What?
The hell?
Bullshit! You cannot have an exosuit on and ride in vehicles. Bullshit! Alright.
And that is proof that it is a generic action game. Because it doesn't give you as much freedom. It doesn't have as many things to do.
Well, they kind of just drop you into Willamette and get... Well, I guess I'm not going with my ATV. Alright, bye. But yeah, they just drop you into the city and into the mall, and they just have things strewn everywhere.
I don't really feel the need to explore compared, you know, except to just get collectibles and continue the story.
Right.
But I don't feel like the need of, oh, what's over there? Because probably nothing.
And without the time limit, this is something I also realized while playing through it. There really isn't much urgency to continue the story. I mean, that's why Dead Rising 1 through 3 had a time limit, is because things were happening in semi-real time.
It's just a third-person action game, that's it.
Right, and I think the... what the newer directors, when they came in to take over for the people who either left or got laid off by their Capcom masters, I don't think they realized what the first game set out to do, because this was the mission statement for Dead Rising 1 when it was still being made by Capcom Japan.
Love the smell of burning corpses.
The idea was, let's put the player in a huge arena with a bunch of zombies, give them a bunch of toys to play with, and see what stupid shit they can come up with. In fact,
Just have them go crazy.
Yeah, I think that's actually an actual quote. The entire point of this game is to do stupid shit with zombies.
And it was a big hit.
Yeah, I mean, it reviewed poorly, and that's kind of one of the sad things about game reviews. When you're looking at the technical side, you know, everybody wants to talk about graphics, they want to talk about performance. They never talk about if the game is fun.
Yeah, because these jaded game reviewers only get, you know, they have to review a game a certain way, and whenever something new and original comes their way, they don't know what to do with it. Well, half the time. I'm not going to speak for every reviewer.
I still think the reviews that come out for your big AAA games, like your Spider-Man, your Last of Us, anything that has like a huge budget in marketing, whenever it comes out, they talk about, oh, the story's great, the acting's great. Is it fucking fun? Like, can I play the game and enjoy myself?
These are games, not movies.
Yeah! I mean, you can still have, like, your artsy-fartsy game, that's fine. Is it fun to fucking play? Like, Dead Rising 4 is pissing me off because, you know, just every single time I turn my back, it seems like another zombie's jumping on me. And that's just not fun. The weapons are kind of fun.
It keeps the action going, you see.
It's annoying. Yeah, like, they were trying to give me plot exposition and I got jumped by a fresh zombie. That shouldn't happen.
You can't even, like, satisfyingly chop your way through zombie hordes because you have those new zombies that just bum rush you.
And I think the worst part is, and I just realized this, they can push you back. If you don't have a weapon that's strong enough to one-shot them, they can just, like, shove you. Like you're at a bar and you're, like, a little tipsy and somebody says, hey, man, get out of my space.
Well, that figures.
Now, this combo weapon, that's hilarious. You remember that Christmas cracker combo weapon we made?
Yeah.
You just, like, shove it in their mouth and then they explode in a shower of Christmas joy. That's hysterical.
Just hear the sleigh bells ringing.
Ring, tank, take away, do. It's time for lovely weather and a ride together in a sleigh with you. I don't know.
Kill 'em all, kill 'em all, kill the zombies dead in Willamette, yeah.
Cover all of them in red. Now, I've harped on this quite a bit ever since I played it originally back in 2016. Have you noticed that I'm getting killed really quickly?
Your health is draining like mad.
Look at this! The guy just came up and, like, you know, gave me a noogie, and all of a sudden I'm down to, like, 10 health. It is ridiculous how there really isn't much in the case of, like, iframes.
This is why you save the military dudes for the last act. Because you've been killing defenseless zombies, basically. And so by the time the military dudes come around, you're a high enough level, and you can actually take them on.
Well, you say defenseless zombies, but I noticed every time they have their arms out, they hurt you.
Ooh.
Like, their fingers are their hitbox, and that takes down your health.
Fantastic. Don't say that word.
I did it.
You don't have the right to say that word.
I did it. I took an S-rank photograph.
Fast Whisk does not have the right to say that.
No. Fast Whisk just... I don't think he gets it. I don't think he gets his own game that he's in. So this part takes forever. Look at all these fucking zombies in here. What happened?
No, it's supposed to be fun, because as we mentioned, this is an action game, so we gotta make sure that the action is at a high level at all times. Don't you love the brutal, visceral action that is unfolding in front of you?
Days like this where I really miss Dead Rising 3.
I do too.
They gave me such stupid shit to just play around in my zombie sandbox, and it was my zombie sandbox. They gave me the toys, and they were like, here you go, friend. Jump in there and play your game. And I was like, oh, thank you, guys. You made me so happy with Dead Rising 2, and then 3 comes out, and, you know, I secretly love it after actually playing it and not basing it off your trailers. Thank you for this wonderful toy you have given me. I shall enjoy it. And then let's play it like 5 years after the fact.
You want to survive, don't you?
Yeah, you're gonna need supplies.
Just goes to show you, the best way to tell if a game is good or not is to play it.
What? You have to play a game in order to know if it's good or not?
Well, I don't know. It's worth a try.
Oh, well. Okay. Hey, something I never mentioned about all these safe houses. If you want to get every single collectible, you have to save survivors. That is the only way to level up your safe house in order to actually buy everything.
Level up your safe house? Oh, it sounds so boring.
Welcome.
Save the useless survivors, the ones that dive directly into zombie hordes and kill themselves in order to fully upgrade your safe house.
I got sad, but then I saw there was an ice chain gun, so I think that made me happy again.
I still think there are some really amazing combo weapons in here, but some of them start to feel samey. I will say, though, the laser slicer that we just picked up is extremely clever, and I love using it. So we're going to make another one. Here's how you naturally make it. You use a gun and a microscope. And there you go, you got the laser slicer.
So clearly the guy who's been making these fun combo weapons is still on the team. He's still doing really good.
Yeah.
But I think when he comes up with, like, really extravagant ideas, it gets turned down in favor of something a bit more samey. Okay, guys, check it out. I have this slingshot that fires shards of CDs, and they, like, electrocute the zombies. And I'm like, nah, that doesn't sound fun. Make another shooty laser gun.
That's kind of what I felt with this episode, because we're doing very little story in here, and right now we're just, you know, playing around with all the new toys. But here's what the laser slicer does. Basically, you create arc lightning from wherever you shoot, and then they all connect to one another.
Ooh.
That's fantastic. Jesus.
That fire flickered.
Ooh. That entire left side is having a moment right now, so I think we're gonna move on a bit here. We got the blueprint for the ion cannon. Let's go ahead and put that together and see what blasty shooty gun we just picked up. There's a lot of gun combo weapons I'm noticing.
You can't. It's like you can't sit still.
Like, zombies originally lunged at you when you got too close. These ones are actively hunting me, it seems like.
These are 28 days later zombies. The worst kind.
See, look at that! These sissy slapped me and I lost like 10 health!
The hell?
That's so stupid and annoying! Fuck off! You just die!
Like, just being near them hurts you, it seems.
Yeah! And I am still thoroughly convinced that whenever I turn my back, more zombies spawn behind me. Or they just get back up! I killed you, motherfucker! Stay down!
Well, they did it. They made a Dead Rising game where it's not fun to kill zombies anymore.
They're just annoying, and there's no, like, funny things you can do with them. Like, there's no bowling balls where you can knock down, like, 10 zombies and get an achievement for it. Dead Rising 1 was, like, the ultimate fuck-around game.
If you want funny, we leave the funny to our man Fast Whisk here.
He does have them quips.
He's got the quips, he's got the jokes, he is the sole source of comedy in this game. We are lucky to have him.
That is the power of unedited scripts.
I'm gonna investigate.
Yeesh.
Frank.
Good advice. Thank you for that.
That was a good one, smartass. You got any more?
Like, they're not even really quips. It's just him being overtly sarcastic.
You're Frank West. Look,
Those of you at home who are watching this who are having trouble putting together your comedy routine, let me tell you one thing. Being a snarkastic asshole doesn't fly well these days.
all right.
You gotta have some build-up and you gotta have some punchlines.
Just hurry.
At least if you're gonna have a sarcastic snark man, you need to have somebody else to either play straight man or take the piss out of the sarcastic snark man.
Like, for example, us.
Create some commentary.
I'm not saying we're the biggest comedy duo ever created, but I'm saying we play off each other very nicely.
Right.
It depends on the project. Like, one person will play, like, you know, the guy with all the knowledge, and the other one's playing the first-timer, or, you know, the straight man and the snark man. It all works, and it's based around what you are experiencing. Fast Whisk is a jaded asshole, and it doesn't make for good comedy.
He's a jaded asshole, but he's also the snarky, so he's keeping all the chemistry in himself.
You know, this entire game just screams 2016 feels. Do you feel me on that?
A little bit.
This is kind of what 2016 felt like. Not gonna lie.
Am I seeing zombies just pop out of existence on your... Oh, that's terrible.
You see entire models just slide off the top of the car. God, they're flying. Look at them. Pachoo! Woo! Woo! Oh my god, that one got some distance. Okay, there's a fun game. Let's see who can get the best height. Fast Whisk or me?
The best what?
The height. Like, you hit a zombie with a car, see how high it goes?
I thought you said hype.
I mean...
Like, give it up for my man the Nisco! Woo! Yeah! Bring it on! Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! Nisco!
With quips like these, how can you not be hyped for Dead Rising 4? Am I right? Oh god, I still remember the teaser trailer shown at E3 where it had I believe a live-action Fast, and he was like taking selfies of himself and posting screenshots from the first game saying that he's back.
It just seems so jarring. He's just sitting in that chair with a nonchalant look, and then he just to take the selfie. It's just...
Yeah, the big smile didn't help.
I didn't know how much, but something in me just went, this isn't right.
Uh-oh.
Something is deeply... Oh no, what happened?
Well, what was supposed to happen is I think I was supposed to come in a different entrance. This maniac is actually kind of messed up, if you really think about it. Somebody has taken an interest in zombies and has hired people to freshly infect survivors for science. You monster.
This is not a sandbox game.
Yeah.
You went in a way it didn't like, you tried to do something on your own, and the game just had a hissy fit. You should have gone in the designated entrance, should have hit the trigger correctly, but instead you had to fly around and jump over fences and have some fun. Who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah, those guys were actually supposed to become infected, but because I came in the wrong entrance, they will now stay there forever. And, oops, I screwed up their pathing.
At the very least, put in invisible walls to prevent this sort of thing.
And you know what? This is there's no better time than now to talk about the reason there are no psychopaths. I will give you the reason that I believe, and I will give you the reason that Capcom gave. We'll start with Capcom's response. The reason we did not include psychopaths is because we did not want to offend anybody.
They're called psychopaths, not spastics. That word would offend people.
Yes. Especially in the UK, I believe.
Well, some, people in America don't like that either.
Well, that's true.
Spaz. That could be hurtful to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Psychopath, though, it's just what it is.
You're talking about a person who has gone insane and has violent tendencies, aka a psychopath.
Maniac is more harmful than psychopath.
Alright, so this boss fight is going to go by in microseconds because I'm so decked out in combo weapons. I have actually broken the boss fight. Having ranged weaponry against a person who is close quarters, Sybil here has no fucking chance. Especially with the arc lightning.
Don't bring a stinky hammer to an arc lightning fight.
Yeah, so you can just make a trap of arc lightning and then she's just dead. Great.
Wait, 3 outbreaks? Does that mean that Case West is canon?
Alright, so people actually corrected me on this. It was Dead Rising 1, it was Case West, and an outbreak in the comics that tied the games together. So there's your 3.
Okay. But what about Watchtower and Endgame?
Oh, the movies?
Yeah!
We don't talk about those.
Yeah.
Ever. Apparently Chuck Green was in one of those movies, and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, I think I saw a picture of his live-action counterpart, and it's like, who the... why?
Mm-hmm. That's not my caveman dad. No way.
Do we gotta find fake names for Chuck Green, too?
No. We'll just keep it with Fast Whisk here.
Chank Grass?
Caveman, let's just do that. Oh, and thanks to the person who told me how to turn off the radio. You just hold up. We're gonna take a look at the Stocking Stuffer DLC, and our Capcom hero for the day is...
Mecha Zangief? Oh my god, really?
Adam the Clown! You get this for completing Chapter 2.
He's the best maniac!
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go over the description real quick. This has the entire moveset of his original, psychopath. He's got the bouncing balls, he's got the knives, he's got the mini chainsaws, and the entire attack animations are essentially ripped straight from Dead Rising 1.
But does he have the infectious laughter?
Well, you have to deal with Ty Olson's rendition of it. Let's say that. But what I love is pressing Y makes you breathe fire, just like Adam the Clown. And then his special move is doing the spin attack. So that's cool.
God damn, Adam the Clown is back more than Frank West is.
Mm-hmm. That Stocking Stuffer DLC actually gives all the enemies costumes. So all the fresh infected are snowmen and gingerbread men, and all the regular zombies are dressed as elves. That's pretty funny.
Makes me realize how rare Christmas games are now these days.
Oh, yeah. There's one more thing that the Stocking Stuffer DLC changed, but hey, I love this!
Ghost Trick!
Representation! Oh my god! Ghost Trick! I thought everyone forgot about that game.
Oh, I never forgot.
I will never forget Ghost Trick. Cecil's my boy! So yeah, that's a nice it's a nice callback. Thanks, Capcom. I actually really like that.
God, that game is 10 years old.
I know. I felt so old.
There hasn't been anything since. That's
sad. No, there hasn't. So here's the boss fight as done by Capcom Heroes. This is actually a fight instead of me absolutely decimating the boss. And I finally want to give my reasoning as to why there are maniacs now instead of psychopaths. Capcom may bullshit me and say they didn't want to offend anybody, but let me tell you, actually going back and looking at the different psychopaths in all of the Dead Risings, every single one had to have their own differing AI, different attack patterns, different ways of fighting. It must have been a chore to come up with all of these different ways, because every game has like 10 to 12 different bosses. And each one of them had their own AI pathing, had their own attacks, everything.
But if you make everybody just a regular enemy, well then that just cuts down on development time.
Yep, just update their costume, update their weapon, and bam, new maniac. This episode of Dead Rising 4 is brought to you by Fast Whisk. Fast Whisk, for when you want breakfast quicker.